everyone. I'm going to try and make this quite quick. Well, fingers crossed, because you know me and getting through things quickly doesn't always go to plan. Some of it I might skip ahead. But anyway, today I'm going to show you how to make these little ephemera folders. Very similar to the ones that Rachel at Roxy Creations made and that Gayle's been making and a lot of other people. I've had this one, not these are new, but I've had this one for about 2 years now, because I made this when I used to do the scrapbooking and mini album making, but yeah, so, but I have simplified it down to these two little minis for the sake of this tutorial, because then it gets it done quicker. This was the first one that I made a few weeks back. I just put some eyelets in there to do a closure. See, on this one I made it more of a booklet and I put like a spine on it. After I'd glued it all together, I wrapped some Hessian burlap around it and put a spine on it, so it's more like a book. This one, however, I didn't. I left the spine bare, which means that when I'm using it, if I pull it back on itself and I use the closure for the front to tie, it stays open like that whilst I'm using it. So, and I like these minis because they're just handy to have on the desk with you. These have got vellum stickers, vellum ticket stickers in. But yes, and then not 20 minutes ago I made this one. Oh, I'm not even going to tie a bow on camera because I'm rubbish at it. Yes, not 20 minutes ago I made this little dinky. And I didn't use a ribbon closure or anything on this. I have just used a tiny Bulldog clip and then added a little charm on there with a bulb pin. Same reason I haven't covered the spine over with anything to hide it, because when I'm using it I can fold it back on itself, use the clip to clip the back and front page together, and then it can just sit there on the desk nicely whilst I figure out what I want out of it. And I've used this one for my ARTYmaze tickets because I printed a ton of them. Well, I didn't print a ton of them, she already had a ton of them in her kit. Yeah, I didn't realise there were that many of them. So there were these ones, and then they were all kind of replicated, so you got a big sheet and then you got the same tickets and two to a sheet, which is awesome. So you get them in big and small, and they're probably not all here in the white sheets because I did print some out and cut them already, but there's loads, absolutely loads. And then I printed some out on the ivory cardstock. But yeah, there is absolute tons in that kit. I'm really impressed with that. And I have, like I said, already printed some out and cut them out. They're all mixed and they're all in here nice and neatly. And this is a little cool little thing, because then you get two pockets there, two pockets there, two pockets there, two pockets there. But then the way we glue it together, you've got a little pocket there, a little pocket there, and a little pocket there. So I will show you how to make this. I'm not going to embellish it the way I did this. I embellished this because I used ARTYmaze's tickets to embellish. Then I know that's my ARTYmaze little mini folio folder. I'm not going to embellish the next one, but I am going to use the same paper. So now I'm going to let you know what materials you're going to need for this project. Okay guys, so we're back. So for this project you are going to need one sheet of 12 by 12 cardstock. Doesn't matter whether there's anything on the other side, but one 12 by 12 sheet of cardstock. You could do this with other pieces if you piece them together, but just for keeping this project simple, one sheet of 12 by 12 cardstock. You need some glue. Wet glue is better, not necessarily this one, but wet glue's better. So Fabri-Tac, this, art glitter glue. I recently got some of this, and this is quite good. Probably I haven't used it yet, but that will probably do. Tacky glue, just some form of wet glue. So preferably with a small nozzle on, because you need to only do a little tiny bead of glue on it. But yes, so you need your cardstock, glue, a paper trimmer. You can use a ruler and some scissors, but I'm no good at cutting straight, so we need a paper trimmer, a Bulldog clip, a little heart charm and a bulb pin, just to do the closure the way I'm doing it. You can do that however you please though. And then I'm no good at scoring, so I have this little scoreboard. My paper trimmer actually does score, and if I change the little thing off, I can never get in this when I need to, that way. Underneath that I have another one of them that actually scores, but because it's going to be small when we've cut it, I'll just use this one. You need a bone folder or something that you can use to burnish, and I think that's it. But yeah, so let's get started. Okay. Oh, I am all over the place today, and I'm sorry about the lighting. It appears to be very dark on camera today. The weather here is rubbish. But anyway, let's start. So you need to cut your 12 by 12 cardstock down into 4 pieces. So you need 4 3 by 3 inch pieces. And I totally have my paper trimmer the wrong way around. So you basically need to cut it in half that way and then in half that way. Which, I love this piece of paper. This piece basically does it for me because it's already in 4 pieces. So, but yes, so we line it up at 6 inches and trim. And then turn that piece sideways, line up at 6 inches. And trim. Yeah, so it's 6 inches, sorry, not 3. My bad. Sorry, guys. Honestly, as soon as I turn the camera on, my brain turns to mush and I forget what I'm doing. It'll be 3 inches when we've finished. Oops, sorry. Sorry. Okay, so you should now have 4 6 by 6 inch pieces. Whether you're using a 12 by 12 sheet or using scraps, by the time you finish, what you need is 4 6 by 6 inch square pieces. Now this is where the scoring comes in, and this is where I need the scoreboard because I'm useless at this without it. So you need to, I am not going to bother for this tutorial. I did it with this one and I completely scored it wrong and all sorts, so I am not going to bother for this tutorial, but you need to work out which way you want your patterns ready for when you fold. Because what we're going to do now with each piece, we're going to score 2 inch up, which will create the pocket, and then we're going to fold it in half. So obviously if you score 2 inches this way and fold up, when you fold in half it's going to be upside down. Seriously guys, I'm not gonna do it. So let me get rid of that. So I need to now score 2 inches, which will create my pocket. I need to remember that, well, what is it? Valleys make mountains, or mountains make valleys. There's something like that. I can't remember. There is a way of doing it and I can't remember. But you need to score 2 inches that way. Then you need to turn, because that creates your pocket. Now we need to fold this in half, and you can just fold it in half and then burnish it, but it's easier if you score it first. Then you need to score at 3 inch. And then you fold your flap up, fold in half inwards, so your pocket is on the inside, and it won't line up. Mine never do. They never ever do. And this is what I mean about your design being the right way up. But it doesn't matter. I'm ignoring that for today because I'll just fluff it and get it wrong. So we need a 2-inch pocket, and then fold in half. So we need 3-inch. So that way and that way. Look at this, I'm actually getting it the right way around now without even thinking about it. You know, if I were thinking about it, I'd have got it wrong. So we need a 2-inch pocket, and then turn it around and score 3 to fold in half. You can use this if you have one of these, but I've actually found it easier to use this. There we go, and then the same for this. So we need a 2-inch pocket, turn it around and score at 3-inch for when we fold in half. And again, like I said, I have actually managed to get everything the right way around, but for this I'm not fussed whether it is or not. I'll keep that out because we might need that again in a minute, but we are done with the scoreboard now and the scoring tool. This comes in handy to then just go over and re-burnish everything. You can, if you have scissors with a heavy hand, a thick, like plastic handle, you can use them. And then we will just squish them back down, well, burnish. Like so. And then you should have 4 kind of mini little booklets. Like so. Okay, so now you need to decide what order you want them in. If you do at all want them in any order, I will do them that way. So that is the front and that is then the back. Can you see? I think I'll just bring you in a little bit actually, and then I don't have to keep lifting it up. Now comes the gluing. So open it back up, and on your pocket flap you're going to glue there, down the middle and there, so that it glues the pocket shut. Okay, I'm back. Sorry guys, but you really didn't want to see me fighting with the glue for 10 minutes. Okay, so we're just going to glue a little tiny little bead of glue down there, one down that middle crease, and then one down that side. And glue that pocket shut. Glued a bit close to the edge, and then just very lightly put your thing in there and make sure. Okay, put that to one side while you do the next one. I'll do it again to show you. Make sure I'm in frame this time. I'm not sure if I was last time. I apologise. Okay, so down this edge, down the middle, and on that edge, and fold your pocket shut. Give it a good burnish. Wipe any excess glue. And then just very gently stick your bone folder in, or something, a metal ruler or something will do, or any ruler, just to make sure that flaps there. Another burnish, put to one side. Now I'm going to do the other two off camera and come back. Okay, we're back. I'm sorry guys about cutting that bit out, but I was only gluing the sides, and trust me, you do not want to see me arguing with this glue for 5 minutes or longer. Okay, so now you should have 4 of these like mini little folders with the flaps glued shut, like so. Oh gosh, this lighting is horrendous. Sorry guys, I can't control the lighting because I can't control the weather. But yes, so now comes the gluing it together, which again is fairly simple. Decide what order you want them in, if you want them in any. So I'm going to use that as my front, put that one there, put that one in the middle, and then use that for the back. So that's going to be my front, that's going to be my back. And then what you do now is glue that edge and that edge, and then you take your next one and you stick it together. So I apologise for the noise in the background. It is dinner time and the kids across the road from the schools across the road are on dinner. So like I said, you now glue, make sure it's the right way up, if you're bothered about your pattern that is. Glue down this edge, don't glue down the back, just glue down the top and bottom edge. Just a nice little bead of glue. And then take your next one and line it up and glue it shut. Try and keep the spine lined up as much as you can. Okay, and then like I said, glue along that edge. Got glue seepage again. So, and by gluing down just that edge and that edge, you will create your sort of hidden pocket in between the pages. And you now have 2 pages glued together. So you have 4 pockets, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you have a kind of hidden middle pocket, if you will. And then you do the same for the next one. Glue along there, stick that to it. So along there, along that edge. Like I say, do not glue that edge or that edge, just the top and the bottom. Get your next one, make sure it's the right way up, and again line it up and stick. Try and keep the spines lined up. That helps sometimes. There we go. Again, nails. Oh, I can't do it today. You've created another kind of mini hidden pocket. So you now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pockets and 1 hidden pocket and 2 hidden pockets, and then you put the last one on the same way. So across that top edge there, across this bottom edge here, and then make sure it's the right way up and stick that page to that. If you're quick enough with Fabri-Tac, you can just stick it on however, and then you do have a few seconds to manipulate it before it grabs a hold and won't let go. Sometimes it helps to bash it down just to get them spines lined up. There you go. And that's it. And there you have it. There's your last page and your third. You get your nails in there. Hidden pocket. Hi guys. Oh gosh, I'm sorry. I don't know what happened. My phone just decided to cut off. I've no idea. Well, I have a rough idea where I were up to because I've just watched it back. But yeah, honestly, my own fault. I don't think I charged it. But yeah. So we had just finished gluing the last piece on, I think. But that's all there were to it anyway. So we now have them 2 pages, secret pocket, them 2 pages, secret pocket, them 2 pages, 3rd secret pocket, and the last 2 pages. And that's it, basically. That's all that I did to this one. The only other thing I did to this one was because I was using it for my ARTYmaze tickets kit. I used some of ARTYmaze's tickets to just put on the front and the back, and then I used my little handmade stamp. I didn't make this. I bought this saying handmade, just to put on the back there, just for a bit of decoration. And then I used a Bulldog clip, a bulb pin, and a heart charm, just to create a quick little closure. And that's it, really. Nothing too complicated about it or anything. Hangs down there. And all I did to create this is simple. Like I said, Bulldog clip, a bulb pin, and a charm. Basically, hang your charm on your bulb pin and then clip the bulb pin to the Bulldog clip. And you're done. And then clip it on the side. They never hang right. Oh, it did do. There you go. And that's it. You may add ribbon and stuff around them, like I said I did do with this one, but the closing of it, oh, honestly, it drives me insane opening and closing it, tying the ribbon and not doing. I've managed to actually tie a knot in this one now. I did that when I tried to tie a bow on camera. Oh, there we go, managed to get it undone. Yeah, just tying them annoys me. So, the clips are easier. But yeah, this one's bigger actually, because this one has 5. I think I've commented on that in a previous video, but I can't remember. That has 5 sheets in. And also, the reason that has 5 in it instead of 4 is because I had 2 sheets of the same 12 by 12 cardstock. When I get them in a big paper pad, there's 2 of each sheet. So what I've done there is I've obviously used 5 instead of 4. But what you can also do is, if you decide that one with 4 in isn't big enough, you need more, just glue another one of these little ones together. So just glue across the top and the bottom there, and add it to your back page of your previous one, like we did previously. You will end up with another secret pocket, and then you will just have extended your folder. So you will then have as many as you like. And again, if you weren't fussed about it being able to open up onto itself like so, then you could put something around the spine, like I did with the big one, which I have now relocated upstairs. I was using it for for the stuff that was in it. I was using it in a project last night. But you could just wrap something around the spine, and then it would just be like a book. But I like the fact that without having anything on the spine restricting it, I can have it open back on itself, and then just put it to one side open and flick through it. But yes, so even though the camera cut off right at the end of the other one, you didn't miss much, because I was just literally at the end. All I showed you what to do after that, where the camera cut off, was how to put that together, which is pretty self-explanatory. Like I said, you just put a charm on a bulb pin, and then you clip your bulb pin onto your Bulldog clip. I can't speak today. And they are fiddly and annoying. And that finally. Oh dear me. There you go. It's on, back to front, but it's on. It shifts itself around. But that is it, guys. So this I am calling my October, not design team at all, my October tutorial Thursday. So there you are, guys. I hope it wasn't too complicated to follow. But that is my take on the little ephemera folders. Ephemera Folio folders, whatever you want to call them. Minis. These are minis. But yeah, so there you go, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you try and recreate these. They are so fun to do, and they're very handy to have. And if you use nice papers, they're very pretty to look at as well. Apart from the spines, but you know, like I said, if you're not bothered about it opening up on itself like that, you can then rectify that by putting a bit of lace or something down the side. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you have fun and try and recreate this, and I will see you again soon. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.